Today I wanted to share with you some of my most recent finds from the thrift stores, and I picked up this really pretty vintage cookbook. Next, I came across these postcards at a yard sale. They were in a stack, and I just said, how much for the whole stack? So I went ahead and picked them all up. Just a wide variety of vintage postcards, very unique, and these are really great to just use in tuck spots and as embellishments in junk journals. So I am glad to have them in my collection. I am always looking for vintage like stationery, or like these book plates are really cool to come across. I've only ever found one other package of them, and it was like they're like a globe image, like the world, and so I was so happy to find these floral ones. Then next I found this fabric at an antique mall, and I thought that it would be a really pretty addition to my collection. I love the colors, and it just is super unique. I picked up this doily. It's like double layered. I don't know that I've ever seen one like that, and so I had to have it. And then this little lace like centerpiece embellishment I thought would be super fun to have in my collection. Okay, this basket, it was so cute. I had to pick it up from the thrift store. It was just darling, and it's pink, and it's just so pretty. And then these are actually Stampin' Up! Ribbons that I had never used before, and it looks like they have like ruffles in them. I'm not sure. Either way, I cannot wait to use them as embellishments. And then this is a Hobby Lobby find that was in the thrift store, so I took it. These are just some note cards. I have not opened them up yet, but I can't wait to see what designs are inside. And then this photo album, I don't even think it was used, but it's got some really cool like corner covers on the ends, and yeah, just a really cool vintage find for memory keeping. This, ironically, I came across at the thrift store after I had watched a video on someone using this, and I thought, how cool would this be to have in my collection? And then I found one, so I'm super excited. It's a Stampin' Up! Envelope maker. There's another name for it, but it's basically used to make envelopes. Then vintage metal frames. I absolutely love them. I will clean them up and do something with them. This little glass bottle, had to have it. This little teacup, so cute. And it's some sort of pottery brand, so I picked it up. And then this jar I will fill full of just little vintage treasures and then put it in my antique booth. I like selling those little jars like that full of different trinkets and treasures. This photo album I picked up at the thrift store, and it was full of all of these vintage images, and the person who had this photo album actually outlined what each picture is. So very cool find, and I love the album itself. Next, this little painted wooden piece. I thought it was really pretty. And a vintage candy dish that's like a glass. These golden books were all in a stack at the thrift store, so I picked them all up. If there is ever a golden book at the thrift store, I will rescue it, because I just think they are such a treasure, and I love the variety. They're just all so super unique. So that was my haul of the golden books. I always look for vintage books, and so I picked up this one, and then I snagged this one. It's like full of different poems, and I just thought it was really neat. So I went ahead and picked it up to add to my collection. This is not vintage, but it was in the package, and so I picked it up. And then these are so cute, these little little greeting cards. And then next, I found a stash of all different kinds of vintage lace and trims, and it was in just like a bag full. Some of them have elastic, so I thought that would be really nice to have in my collection for embellishments or closures or anything like that, but I really just love having a wide variety. And I really appreciate people that like resell or donate little snippets of ribbon and lace rather than just throwing it away, because I really like to recycle it. So that is my bag full of trims and ribbons and things like that and laces. I picked up this at the thrift store. It's just some sort of stationery paper, but I thought it was super pretty. And then this I picked up at an antique mall. It was so reasonable. I think it was like $3 or something. But it was an Easter themed or spring themed scrapbook kit, and it just had really cute embellishments and stickers, and the papers inside of it were just so pretty. I may not get them used for Easter this year, but I can always use them next year to make a journal out of. And then some of the pages are just more like spring themed or just vibrant colors. So I thought for the price, I will take that. I love finding metal storage containers. I think they are so sturdy and so wonderful to have in your craft room. So I picked this one up. I think it ended up being like $3 or something. It has a handle on it. It's just real cute. So I had to have it. Then this little Stampin' Up kit, I think was like very inexpensive at the thrift store. It's sealed, it's never been used, so I grabbed it. Next, I came across stamps, and I was blown away at the things that I found. I had not found a stamp collection like this ever. So it had this binder, it had the book that I just showed. Some of it has already been filled out with different stamps. And then I, along with those books, came across these bags full of different stamps. I couldn't believe it. I have never seen so many beautiful stamps ever. And it was just such a collection. I had to bring it home with me. So I got the 2 bags of stamps, and then I picked up the 2 books that were in the same area. Someone had worked really hard in collecting all these stamps, and I cannot wait to repurpose them and reuse them and send them back out into the world to be appreciated and admired. This is a junk journal kit, ephemera kit I picked up at an antique mall. I wanted to see, I have a video coming on putting together ephemera kits to resell in your antique booth if you want to, or on Etsy. However, I always like supporting others and seeing what kind of things they include in theirs. So I bought this one, and it had some really cool pieces of ephemera. It says on the label that it has 50 different pieces or 50 pieces of ephemera. And so it had several just different books that I do not have, like the book pages, some different magazine pages that I do not have in my collection, and then these little like planner pages, some floral or gardening pages. This was cool. I thought that was cool. Fred's photo service. A little greeting card that was darling. Piece of paper, a picture, just more book pages. And it was cool because I don't have any of this stuff. Like I don't have any of these particular pages or style of pages. I think this is like snippets of wallpaper maybe. And then this little piece of fabric, which would be super cute to make like a little mini journal out of. It's just fun to like support others and add to your collection. I just really like seeing what kind of things people include in their ephemera kits. So I was super happy to pick this one up. All right, guys, thanks for hanging out, and I hope you enjoyed.